Hey guys, let me explain our next project to you. You guys are going to be creating three, what I call three very positive envelopes. These envelopes were in your packet. There should have been four. We're going to be using at least three. If you did not pick up the packet, I will have boxes of envelopes by the front door. Also, if you'd rather use an envelope from home, that's fine. You can do that too. Let me go through the process. So, one, I'm going to read right off my written directions, which will be on the Google Classroom. Okay, in this project, you will be creating three very artistic and positive envelopes to send letters to your loved ones. In a nutshell, this incorporates a positive quote, an imagery that goes with it, and it should reflect the idea of the quotes on the envelope. Okay, so first, think of three people in your life you would like to send a positive letter to. This can be family or friends. During the pandemic, everybody's a little bit down. So getting something in the mail, a positive letter with art on the envelope, would be amazing for anyone to receive that. Think about how you would feel if your mom or dad, they come down from the mailbox and they hand you a letter. The whole thing is covered in artwork. And then when you open it, it's a positive message to you. It has a positive quote on it. It's just a feel-good message. That will make you want to communicate with that person more. You'll want to reconnect. So, and this, you don't have to mail them. You can hand them to mom or to dad or to brother or cousin or whoever. That's fine. Three people. You're going to find a positive quote. Three positive quotes, one for each of those people that you think of. What are they like? What kind of quote would they appreciate? And yes, use the internet to look up quotes. And also, yes, give credit to the person who you are quoting. So you would write their name very small underneath the quote. The quote I used, I actually made myself. So I don't have to actually give credit to anyone because it's mine. Hope that makes sense. Find a positive quote for each of these people showing how much you care about them. It can be any quote as long as it is positive. We're looking to lift these people's spirits in the time of this pandemic. Look online, but give credit to the person you're quoting. Third thing, this is the one that you gotta really get out a sheet of paper. Brainstorm images that could go with the quotes you have chosen. Think of what images would go with that quote, right? What would actually go on the envelope that would really talk about that quote? This is the one that I've started. It is a girl with her back turned. There is space for where you send the letter to, who it's coming from, which is you, and a little spot for a stamp, but there's still plenty of room for artwork. I'm going to put this girl here. Gosh, it's so hard. This girl here, and then over here, I'm going to have the earth in this circular area here. My gosh, that's so hard to do. In the circular area, I'm going to have the earth, and then I'm going to have space and stuff like that out here. On the inside, or on the back side, you want your quote. You can put your quote on the back. You can use the whole space. On this side, no words. The only words that go on here are addresses, where it was sent from, and the stamp. That's the only words on this side. You should be able to represent your quote well with just images. Just images. On the back, I put my quote on the inside of the flap. I don't know if you can see it. Never turn your back on the world. You are loved. So, of course, I have a girl with her back. And I'm going to have the earth. and she's looking off into space or whatever it happens to be. I'm not sure about the space idea yet, but I'll get there. So think about the images that would go with your quote. That image makes sense with that quote, right? You got me? Okay. Next, on the front of the envelope, put your imagery that goes with the quote. No words on the front. Leave a rectangular space for your mailing address, return address, and a spot in the upper right for your stamp. Yes, the mail department will send these with artwork on them. As long as they can read everything clearly, it's totally fine. Getting these in the mail is awesome. Your work can be in any medium that will go through the mail decently. You can use pen, colored pencil, watercolor, acrylic as long as you don't go too thick with it, or any other medium that is not going to make a mess at the post office. They don't want a mess. So don't use chalk, don't use oil pastel, that's just a mess waiting to happen. Use things that are not too messy. Think foreground, like this rectangle is the foreground, this girl is in the midground, the earth is in the background. So we want a foreground, midground, and background. So it's kind of like more three-dimensional. Your quote will be hand-lettered on either the back side of the envelope or on the inside flap. The way you get it done so it's nice and neat, so your hand lettering and everything is proper, is if you want all your letters to be the right height, this is how you do it. You can do any font you want with this. On this envelope, what I've done is I've created 3 lines. One here right at the fold, one here and one here. So this is 2 half-inch lines. So if I'm doing an uppercase letter, let's say an R, I would go all the way to the top of the inch, go to the center for the center of the R, bring out the leg, bring that up. That actually goes all the way up. My bad. This way. And then I create my space on the inside. Because of the lines, you can make all your letters equal. If you're going for a lowercase letter, then only go up to the first line. And then this will keep all your letters in a uniform size. Can you see it? Yeah. So 3 lines, uppercase goes to the very top, lowercase only goes to the first line. That's how you hand letter if you want nice and neat. If you want a cheater method, you can actually go on to your computer, type in your quote, find the font that you like, print it out, stick your envelope on a window with the lettering behind it, and trace it. I don't know you're doing that. Go for it. If you want to, that's working smarter, not harder. But if you want to try your hand lettering, this is how it's done. I hope that makes sense. Your quote will be hand lettered on the backside of the envelope or on the inside flap section. Lettering should be neat, easy to read, and done in an artistic fashion. That means make it colorful. Add color, add ink, add texture, add highlights, add shadows. Do all those things. Make it look as cool as you can. Because think about the person who's opening it. You want them to, 1, be impressed that you took the time to think about them. 2, you're showing them that you took the time to create a beautiful piece of artwork to send to them, to make them feel better. And 3, it's just something really nice to do. I'm going to give you enough time to get them all done. You can create more than 3, but 3 is the minimum. You must create at least 3 and upload all 3. Are there any part 1 and part 2? No, there's no part 1. Part 1 would be a rough draft, which I'm going to tell you is a good idea. I'm not around to push you on a rough draft, but it would probably make sense to do a rough draft first. I hope that makes sense. Be really highly colorful with these. Make sure that they're beautiful, that when you send them out and they go in the mail, that they're going to make sense. And I think that's it. So guys, good luck. You've got this. I know you do. Go be awesome. Thanks guys. Bye.